Before we start a lesson here at the Move Academy, and before you do any of the exercises on the eCoach, the first thing you want to do is give your body a screening and see what is it capable of. Unfortunately, many of the mistakes you make in a golf swing have their foundations in the mobility of your physical body. If you look at the amount of rotation you have in your shoulders, not in a vertical manner, but in this tilted, turned manner that we need in a golf swing, that will basically have a big influence over the amount of backswing you can make. Similarly, how far that your hips can rotate without the help of the knees and the feet. If you look at the rotational ability of a tour professional, Rory McIlroy can apparently turn through 60 degrees with his upper body without turning his hips. He can also get over 50 degrees of hip rotation. Now, we can argue whether this is actually good for his health, but it's certainly good for his golf swing. Because what it means is when Rory makes a backswing, he can actually resist with the muscles of his legs and upper body to reduce the length of his backswing, making it far easier for him to get back to a ball, simply because he's using less joints. If you look at your average hobby golfer who's got maybe 25 degrees of upper body rotation and not much more in the lower body, they're almost just making a half swing. Now, nobody will ever stop there, especially with a driver. So what he does is he'll either stand up in order to get more rotation, or he'll use the flex in his knees or even in his feet in order to get him to a position that he thinks he needs to generate enough power for his swing. Unfortunately, the product is he doesn't hit the golf ball correctly. The way back to the golf ball is always governed by how many joints you're using. And if you can reduce the number of joints in your golf swing and increase the power that your muscles are producing in the distance that's provided, that's the way really to the greatest success on a golf course. So what we first of all want to do before we send you over to do any other exercises is do a general screening, which will measure how much rotation you actually have in your upper body, how much rotation you have in your hips without using your knees and your feet, how much angle you can produce in wrists, elbows, shoulders. And by looking at all of these measurements together, we can actually see what is possible. Changing your golf swing is a question of building a swing for today and a swing for tomorrow. Working consistently on improving the swing for tomorrow, but accepting your physical boundaries today. And that may well include accepting actual mistakes in your golf swing, but simply knowing what they are. It might well be a good idea for you to lift your left heel in the backswing or straighten your right leg. It might even be possible for you to bend your left arm and get away with it. However, in a perfect swing, you wouldn't be doing any of these things. Unfortunately, the world isn't perfect and your body probably isn't perfect either. So for you to actually get the best swing possible with what you have, it means you have to accept your physical boundaries today and work on them for a better swing tomorrow. In the next video, we're going to show you how to screen your body and measure the amount of mobility that you have. And then you can automatically go into our swing system drills to increase the mobility of every body part.